Welcome back to another exciting episode of Coach K's Math Corner. Today we're going to talk about linear equations and function tables. I hope that you realize that you'll be able to do this using a function table to graph linear equations, and you will know you've got it when you can correctly answer the exit ticket question. Here we go. Now you might say, well, what in the world is linear all about? Well, linear is talking about lines. You see the word line right there? Right there? Yeah, right there. The word line. There it is. Inside linear. And that's what we got over here. So when you're done, and if you do it correctly, everything that you draw will be a straight line. Okay, well, let's talk about parts of the coordinate plane. You already know, we've talked about this before, and so it's just a basic review. We have our x-axis, which is right there. And we're going to change color on this one. We have our y-axis, which is right there. But the part in the middle that we need to really focus on is what we call the origin, right there in the middle. And the origin is actually 0, 0. That's the ordered pair. Our x-coordinate is 0. Our y-coordinate is 0. Remember, when you do this, the x-axis number goes first and the y-axis number goes second. Alright? And this is called an ordered. Hope I get that well. Looks like I'm going to run out of space. Let's rewrite that. It's going to be ordered pair. An ordered pair, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Alright. And to begin with, just a real quick review. We're going to talk about plotting ordered pairs. If you notice the very first one, it says that D is at -2, 3. So you'll start here at the origin, and you'll go -2, 1, 2, and it's +3. So you're going to go this direction and up 3, which is 1, 2, 3, which is right about in there. And that is letter D. Okay, so we got that one done. Number 2. Number 2 is the letter H, and it has -1, -5. So we're going to go -1, which is right here, down to -5. So we're going to go this direction right here, and we're going to be down here at -5. So we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is right there, and that is letter H. Okay, we'll do one more. It's not bad to practice all these and make sure that you understand which way you're moving on the x and y axes or on the coordinate plane. So you might want to do some more of these. Let's see. We're going to go number 3, which is 2, 2 for letter K. So we're going to start here at the origin. Always start at the origin and move over 2, up 2. Okay, and this is letter K right there. So you might want to make sure that you take time to review that, and I want you to finish the rest. I've done some, but I think it would be a good idea to stop the video now. If you stop it after D, H, and K, and then you finish it, all right? When you have finished it, then I want you to check with another student who might be working on that and see if you agree with each other. If you do, great, and then move on to the video, okay? Alright, so you might want to stop it, get that done, and then go on and continue. Here we go. Let's go on to the next one. Well, when we talk about linear equations and function tables, one of the things you must realize is a linear equation, first of all, is an equation whose graph forms a straight line. Alright, so we're going to form a straight line. And the linear equations are usually shown on a coordinate plane, which we just looked at in the previous slide. And then third, real-life situations of linear equations include the stock market as well as payments of a car. All right? So, let's move on. Here we go. And sometimes we have to practice using a function table like this. You have an input-output. So you might put in 8 and you get 12 as a result. So sometimes we use function machines to determine rules of functions. And the rules of functions usually tell us what is it that we're going to do to this number to get that answer. Okay? All right, next one. Here is the set of notes you should have. It's set notes number 7. So make sure you have that in your hand. Again, you're going to work with these two examples. On the next slide, I'm going to show you how to work with example number 1. Again, this is a grid, and what I would tell you is on your grids, take your pencil and I would highlight the y and x axes so that you can tell them apart from the rest of them. And I would do that on both. So make sure that you take your pencil. Yeah, the line's not very straight, so make sure you might even want to use a ruler if you have a side of your ID card so you can draw a straight line. Okay, so here's example number 1. Example number 1 says y equals x minus 1. Here is the function rule. All right? So we have y. We don't know what y is, and we know that whatever x is, we're going to subtract 1 from it. So here's our first x right here. So we're going to say x minus 1. So you're going to come over here and say negative 6, which is x. X is negative 6, minus 1. Now you're going to have to go back and use the rules of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And in this case, I guess you'll only, well, you might use all 4 types of operations. So you'll need your notes. Make sure you have them ready and handy for yourself. And I did tell you to go over that line right there, did I not? Yeah, I did, but I forgot to do it. So let's go do it. All right? Okay. So negative 6 minus 1, that's a keep, change, change. So you're going to say negative 6 plus a negative 1. Remember, keep this, change to its opposite. Answer is negative 7. So I'm going to graph negative 6, negative 7. Now you notice that there are no, I'm going to erase these lines so you can see it a little easier. You notice that there are no numbers. So we want to know where the two axes are intersecting, which is approximately right there. So that's 0, 0. So I'm going to start. I'm going to go negative 6, negative 7. So I've got to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 6, and I have to go down negative 7. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is right there. Right there. And it's kind of tough doing it here. So I just, oh no, I lost my way again, kids. Isn't that sad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right in there. All right. And the next one is negative 4 minus 1. So we got negative 4 minus 1 again. It's the same thing as adding negative 4 and negative 1. Our answer is negative 5. So we want to go negative 4, negative 5. All right, so let's go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is right there. All right. Next one is 3 minus 1. Well, that's easy. 3 minus 1 is 2. So we're going to go positive 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And put our mark there. And then we're going to go 10 minus 1, which is 9. So we got to go over 10. I hope I have enough space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And right there it is, 9. Okay? So if you take your pencil and you draw a line, it should go straight. It should be a straight line. Yeah. Okay? It's a linear equation. You want to put you want to put those arrows on the end to show that it's a line. Okay? All right, I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, ask questions. Here we go, second example. And again, here's our rule right here. That's our rule. And it says that we are saying y equals -4 times x. -4 times x. And that means we're going to take -4 times whatever x is. Well, -4 times x in this case is -1. So using Mr. Multiplication, remember, negative, positive. Okay? So we have a -4 times a -1, which gives us a positive 4. So let's just finish them all. 0 times anything is 0. So even though it's negative, 0 times -4 is 0. We have y equals 1 times a -4. So we got -4 times 1. Well, in this case, when you use Mr. Multiplication, if you have negative, negative, positive, if you have a negative and a positive number, whoops, I'm sorry, excuse me, didn't mean to mess you up. There you go. You're going to have a negative. So your answer is -4. And then you have 2 times a -4, same thing. 2 times 4 is 8. One's positive, one negative, so you have a -8. Okay? So again, we want to make sure we know where the y and the x axes are at. Here's y, here's x over here. Okay? And so if we find that middle where the two kind of intersect, which is right there, that is where the origin is 0, 0. So we want to start and say -1, 4, so we have -1. And we're going to go 4. -1, 4 is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. There it is. Next one is 0, 0, which is right there. Then we have 1, -4, so we got 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, -4. And then we have 2, -8, so we got 1, 2, and then we're going to go 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright? And again, you have to know to use your rules of integers, of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And that's something you're going to have to take care of and use your notes. So again, if we draw a line kind of like through there, it should be a straight line. Make sure we put a little arrow on the end of each side to show that it's a line. And again, that is how a linear equation is graphed, or how a function table is graphed using the ordered pairs, and it creates a straight line. If you don't have a straight line, then you made a mistake in either you're multiplying or you're adding or subtracting. And you might have also made a mistake in how you started and where you went with your ordered pair. Remember, you're always going on the x-axis first. X, y. This is first, this is second. Okay? When you're plotting the ordered pairs, always use the x-coordinate first. Move on the x-axis first, in other words. All right, here we go. Well, let's see, I'm trying to speed it up, and it looks like I'm moving pretty slow tonight. So, linear equation, well, I don't know if you want to call it a joke or not, but the positive sign says, I want to see how things add up in the world. And the negative, or the equal sign says, I want to, see, I can't read that. I want to encourage equality. And then the subtraction symbol says, I just want to make a difference. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't write them, I just read them. I hope you enjoyed that one. All right? So make sure you do your independent work on the back. When you're done with your independent work, make sure you show me. You can check with somebody else if you need to, if I'm busy. Also, I would encourage you again to take your pencil, draw a heavy line through the y and the x-axis so you can see them a little bit better. Just be careful you Don't make it too sloppy. When you're done with the independent study or the independent work and you show me and it's okay to move on, make sure you do your exit ticket. When you're doing your exit ticket, kids, make sure that you're careful. Make sure that you use your rules. You want to use your rules. Okay, you know what rules I'm talking about. Add, subtract, multiply, divide, rules of integers. Make sure you've graphed it, and make sure you draw a line. Okay, because you want to evaluate and you want to graph. And that means you have to make that line. You have to connect the ordered pairs and see if it creates a straight line, okay? Any questions on that? Make sure you ask. Okay, once you're done with that, then you go into your assignment. Now, in this one, please make sure you read it. You're going to do only the problems with the star next to the number. I don't know how much more I have to say. Excuse me. But you know what? If you don't read it and you end up doing it all, there's nobody to blame but yourself. Remember to use your notes on all 4 operations to help you. All right? And also, make sure you rate yourself as a 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you put your names on your papers. Make sure they get back to the folder. Hey, have a good time with this one, and I apologize so much for the length of this one.